G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah,
we are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. That, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Willis. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Now Willis on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. They'll start with the option. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. Carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. On first down, it's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Garabay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Second down throw coming by Willis. Pass incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Third down, it's Willis. That escapes the sand, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
23 yards the pickup there. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week. And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They go play action with Willis. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Herbert's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Draw play, Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now it's Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Willis with another keeper. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Balaj. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
That one complete to Elliott. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw here, Herbert. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Delage. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Herbert. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's got some space here.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here's Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they should have.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack on first down,
Willis
going up top for Miller. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And that one quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A first throw for the backup, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Garabay's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This one complete to Scott Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Ready.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 51 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the
touchdown, Russell Gage, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Buccaneers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Let's go now.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, it's Pollard. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is Harris. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they will take a knee here. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. And remember, he had 1 blocked earlier. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.